I'm still in the same clothes with the same hair. Hey guys, welcome to your final day of the 3-day reset challenge. My name is Brianna. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to get started with our 15-minute workout right now. Let's go ahead and get going. Today is all about functional fitness. It's all about mobility, opening up your hips, opening up your shoulders, but maintaining a big, massive amount of core strength, which we all love. We love the core strength. So I'm going to go ahead and back it up. My dogs are all up in here, so this will be fun for me. We're going to start by deep inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come halfway. Touch your toes. Come halfway up. Eight more. We're going to inchworm out. Hit a high plank here. Hold. If you can't necessarily hold a high plank, modified version, drop down to your knees. Doesn't make it easier, makes it different. Tap those shoulders right here, left to right. A little bit of heat throughout the body. Almost. 4, 3, 2. Nice and warm here. Drop down to those knees. Pull back in child. All fours. Good. Turning to the side. And Zeus. Can you move? Round up. Push up. Round up. Push out. Really allow your body to move through. Push out. Round. Push. Make it very dramatic. When it feels slightly awkward, that's how you know you're in the pocket. Cool, 15 more seconds here. Spine health. Good. Deregulating that nervous system. Good. Neutral spine here. Take that left one out and now lean in. Let this leg stretch here. Susie, come here. Come here, Goose. Come here. Come here. Where are my dog people at? Make sure you comment if you're a dog person. Take care of that hip. Take care of that hip. 15 more seconds. I chose to work out in my bedroom again, not my studio gym, not my living room, because I just wanted you to see how much space you really don't need to be effective. Now, go ahead and twist open to me here. Bend that elbow. Lift up. Good. 8 tricep extensions. Excellent. Good kneel down here. Come up to that back toe, hop up. We're going to go ahead and straighten up that back leg and then push that toe away from you. Straighten up the front leg. Let that chest roll down. Let the head go. Let that head go. Quit looking around. All right. You'll hear me change. Turn that back foot in. Bend that knee. Slowly roll up. In a lunge hold here. Shoot those arms up. Interlace those fingers. Drop down now. If that hip is giving you drama, turn it into a glute lift. Pulse it. Get low. Little heat here. Singles, down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Pulse it, 15 seconds, come on. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drive down. Take a step back, down dog hold. Bringing those feet in, widen up. Quad push-ups here. Bend, lift, bend, lift, bend, lift, bend, lift. 8 more. 8, 7, 6. Step that opposite foot forward. Let that leg come all the way down. Stretch it out. Other side, hip opener. Big and deep, guys. Big and deep. Using your core. Twist that arm up. Bend your elbow once. Straighten it up. In 4, 3. Now, extended legs. Turning in right here. Taking a nice deep breath, coming up onto that toe. Scooching in, pointing that toe out to the side. Straighten up your front leg. Now, push that belly down and in, and now, let your head completely melt over. Quit looking around. Get ragdolly. Bend, 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 bend. Roll that back toe in. Come up nice and slow. Arms come up. Interlace those fingers here. Set up your lunge nice and steep here. 8 lunges, down and out. 8, 7. In 4, 3. Find your heart pocket and pulse. Squeeze. 8 singles. Let's go. 8, 7. Don't cut it short. Don't cut it short. Come on, drive down. Lift. Drive down. Lift. Drive down. I know it's tough, but you're tougher. Pulse it. Let's go. Deeper. Facing right here, toes out. Slide down. Good. Heel toe. Move through it, move through it, move through it. In 4, 3, we're gonna go bundle of flowers. Squat down, brush up. Again, squat. Almost there. 4, 3, 2. You'll be feeling amazing after this. Halfway lower. Keep those toes out if you can. Arms up high. Not here, here. Ready? Pulse up those arms. Focus on squeezing the shoulder blades here. Squeeze up, squeeze up. Imagine there's a pole down your back, right here, okay? And you are trying to wrap those shoulder blades around that pole. Squeeze, squeeze. Who says you need weights to get ripped arms? Nobody. Let's go. Seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep it up, keep it up. Go higher, higher, higher. You can do more things. In 4, 3. Oh, you're gonna love it. Reach to me. Reach and pull and bend. Reach, pull and bend. Reach, pull and bend. Can you go into a plie squat? Lift. Come on, squeeze it, squeeze, squeeze. You've got this. Oh my gosh, you have this. This is all yours for the taking. Come on, you are almost there, almost there. 16 more. Can you squat a little lower? Can you grab 8 more? Bundle of flowers. Woo. Another. Amazing. Again. Bring those feet together. Calf raise up. If you're having drama in the ankle, the foot, cramping in the calf, please do one foot at a time. Woo. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that leg up. Other one. Woo. Feeling more open? Feeling strong in that upper? Take that knee out to the side. Hopefully that feels a little bit looser. It's a great one to do in the morning, y'all. Great one to do in the morning. Remember, you have these links forever. Save them, bookmark them. 3 workouts, 3 days a week. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Grab some water. Grab some water, grab some water, grab some water. We're moving right into our next piece. Right into our next piece. We are going to go into our nutrition coaching, which I'm so excited about. Y'all, this is a mess. I am a mess. I am a mess. I am a mess. I am a mess. Okay, let's see how much battery I got. Ooh, not a lot. Not a lot. No problem. We'll do it right. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about nutrition coaching. Let's talk about one of the things that I got a lot of questions on the anonymous Q&A, which was this concept of carbohydrates. We kind of flirted with this idea, you know, well, I guess was it Monday or was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember, but I think maybe yesterday, because I talked about fiber yesterday. So we are going to explore this concept of carbs. Okay, so are carbs bad? If they are bad, what makes them bad? And just kind of looking at really like what the science says around carbohydrates. And I really hope that you walk away from this nutrition lesson feeling empowered by data and empowered by very unbiased, unemotional science. Now, if you are a person that follows like a keto protocol, or if you follow a high fat, high protein, low carb protocol, I want you to realize that this is going to be mentally uncomfortable for you. But just because it's mentally uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's bad. And it really could be that maybe we just start to look at carbs just a little bit differently. Okay, if you're carb phobic, I know that you have it in you to get over that. Carbohydrates are fuel. Okay, carbohydrates are fuel. If my type 1 diabetic husband can get over carb phobia, I know that you can too. So the extreme restriction of carbohydrates is inadequate for proper brain function and literally will impair the body's ability to function. Your body, the human body, runs on glucose, and this diet of no carbs essentially restricts that process from happening. By restricting carbohydrates, it leaves out the foundational energy source for humans, but also restricts the ability for the person to attain adequate vitamin and mineral profiles and a micronutrition profile, which is often found in vegetables, all which contain carbohydrates, also fats and also proteins. But vegetables, believe it or not, they are actually considered a carbohydrate. The diet at its foundational level of an extremely low carb diet, it doesn't allow for the support of intense training because of the extreme restriction of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the most efficient energy source for humans. And in order to do any training, let alone intense training, like what we did today, I would not classify as intense. But I'm talking about like high intensity interval training. I'm talking about the Stairmaster. I'm talking about your spin class, aerobics classes. One must properly fuel their body. And if you are not eating complex carbohydrates and you're eating mainly fats and protein, the athlete, the person that's exercising, would not only be restricting your mineral and micronutrient profile, but you're also taking in an inefficient energy source, i.e. protein and fats. Proteins require more energy to break down when it yields. This is called thermogenic, and it's fairly slow to digest. Protein is not an efficient energy source for competition alone. Fats, like protein, also have a slow digestion time as well, and therefore that does not make them an adequate energy source either, pre-workout or in any sort of competition and or in any sort of practice of training. The diet fails to meet the requirements to provide adequate energy source and to support intense training. Anecdotal evidence written in articles that's not peer reviewed and or that's not backed in actual science by previous low carb diet subscribers, they all say that this diet fails the ability to provide long lasting results. So we often see like a lot of yo-yo dieting happens around low carb. A lot of yo-yo dieting happens around the keto movement. And it appears that partaking in the diet of low carbohydrate to no carbohydrate is often left the client that I've worked with personally feeling restricted, and then they binge eat, and then they eventually give up, which is all about that cycle that we talked about on day 2. There is also underlying nutritional drawback to a low carbohydrate diet, as like I said earlier, it does not provide adequate nutrition from a macronutrient, micronutrient, vitamin, or mineral perspective. You cannot expect to stay in a diet that does not give the nutrition that your body actually needs. You're going to feel like trash. You're going to feel like garbage. You're going to feel heavy. You're going to feel inflamed. You're going to feel bloated. You're going to start experiencing hair thinning. You're going to experience skin issues. You're going to experience gastrointestinal issues. So by evaluating the actual diet marketing dogma, which is literally all it is diet marketing. It's actually better to eat the food that has the nutrition and has the energy component, not following a good versus bad mentality on the types of food. Once again, we talked about this yesterday, this concept of bucketing foods as, oh, these are health foods. Oh, these are non-health foods. Oh, these foods are good for me. Oh, these foods are non-good for you. It's really about exploring, what does it mean to be good for you? Another plug in for my Pivot to Plans course, I take the user through this whole experience. The book itself is the whole book from top to bottom, I think, is about 100 pages. But I would say a good third of the Pivot to Plans book is you doing the mental and physical work around food labeling. I ask you questions and you actually write in answers in the book. So really kind of looking at what is healthy, what is not healthy, and why do I feel that way? The plan of low carbohydrate utilizes a theory of insulin production causing weight gain and hunger to justify extreme carbohydrate restrictions. However, neglecting the actual effects of why insulin, and more importantly, the degree of a high level of insulin is being released. So a lot of times in the low carb diet movement, they talk about insulin production and insulin regularity, because insulin is it's a hormone produced by the pancreas, and it directly connects to lots of things hormonal, lots of things weight gain and or weight loss. And it really, it's an important process that happens in your body. And the diet doesn't account for the fact that when blood sugar is high, the body goes into feast mode, storing excess glucose, which is carbohydrates, as fat. A better alternative would be to restrict processed low fiber carbohydrates, such as like junk food, and allowing the carbohydrate high in fiber, naturally insulin regulators via slower digestion pathways. This allows for your body to feel full, and as well as provides an extremely effective nutrient profile. Yesterday, we talked about fiber and the importance of fiber. This lesson right here, go ahead and rewatch that day too, because this is all the same thing. It's all aligned. A lot of times carbohydrates get bucketed into this concept of a carb is like a donut, a carb is pizza, a carb is macaroni and cheese, a carb is candy, a carb is, a bar, a carb is whatever. But actually, there's different layers of carbohydrates. It's a scale, it's nuanced. If you focus on high fiber, whole food carbohydrates, you are going to be feeling better. You are going to have more energy. You are going to feel less bloated overall, for all of the reasons that we talked about yesterday. The main weight loss portion of a low carbohydrate diet manifests itself in the initial state termed as the induction phase. This is where carbohydrates are reduced to up to 20 grams, which is nuts. And weight loss is most likely occurring for the keto people due to the fat loss as well as muscle breakdown. This is going to last about 2 weeks, and it's recommended that you start to lose energy right after that, right? Because once again, you have an inadequate nutritional profile in the blood. Carbohydrates are not the enemy. Please hear me say this. Carbohydrates are not the enemy, okay? Processed food is a place that I would probably eliminate if I didn't necessarily want to feel bad. This experience of the 3-day reset is truly about you feeling better, not about what you look like, not about, all the things that add up to what does it mean to be thin, or what does it mean to be lean, or what does it mean to be skinny. This is so much bigger than that. This is about waking up every day and being hungry for better, being hungry for life, being energized, feeling good, working all day, coming home, playing with your kids, then maybe even working a side hustle or two. The only reason I can do all the things that I can do, I guarantee you, the only reason that I can own 2 businesses, work full-time as a math educator, raise 2 kids, run a household, is because I eat so nutrient dense. And most of my diet is carbohydrates. It's just carbohydrates found in its whole food form. Of course, there is place in my diet for processed foods. Of course, I love me a good plant-based vegan donut every now and again, but I really focus on, is this food going to fuel me or is it going to harm me in the long term? I don't make it emotional. I don't say, oh, I'm going to eat a donut, therefore this is bad. I don't do that. What I focus on and what I do is I honor it. Okay, I know that this is not nutrient dense, but that's okay. I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it for nutrition. I'm eating it because I want to eat a donut. My body is craving a little bit of sugar, so I'm going to give it that little bit of sugar. But also, I'm not going to replace the donut with something more nutrient dense. In fact, whenever I eat something that's not rooted in nutrition, I keep saying a donut. Let's just keep that donut analogy going. I'll eat the donut, but I'll also drink my smoothie still that's full of fruit and vegetables and my vegan protein powder with my watermelon extract and my chia seeds and my mushroom, my adaptogens. So I drink my smoothie that has all my macronutrients, that has all my micronutrients, and then I'll also eat the donut. And you know what happens is because I'm also filling my body with nutrition, I'm not actually eating as much of the processed food as I would normally because I'm filling it with fiber. I'm filling it with carbohydrates that are actually there to fuel me, not to be stored as fat for later. So that's another little key point that I wanted to make in day 3 is when you choose to eat something that's not nutrient dense, don't make that mean anything about you. That means nothing about you. In fact, I might argue like that's completely normal. We have these luxuries in our life now. Like we're no longer foraging for fruit off of a tree. Like we have cupcake stores and we have this and we have that. Go there, go eat there, go eat all of those things, right? But put a little parameter around it and make the commitment of when I choose to eat this, I'm also going to eat that, right? And create that healthy habit around what that looks like and what that sounds like, okay? So that was our nutrition lesson today. And now we're on to our life coaching piece to this puzzle. So this was the anonymous topic that I'm going to cover today is I don't have the time, so it's not even worth it. And I totally get this. Like I cannot tell you how much I actually get this because you're talking to somebody who like truly doesn't have a lot of time to waste and a lot of time to give. When I'm not working, I'm, creating content. And when I'm not creating content, I'm raising kids. And when I'm not raising kids, I'm prepping my food and getting my house cleaned and all the things, right? And so what it really kind of boils down to when it comes to I don't have the time is really, it's not actually about time. It's the fact that I'm not sure you believe that it's important. I'm not sure that you have the belief needed to push past this hustle cycle of toxic fitness culture. I don't think it's a time issue. I think it's a belief issue. I think that sometimes we often think that this is something that we have to do. We have to work out. And when we come from a place of I have to, then we go to a place of I'm going to push myself until I feel better. And then if we push ourselves until we feel better, and if we're eventually going to miss a workout, and if I don't work out, then in your brain, it's, oh my gosh, I failed at my goals. Then that leads me to, in order to win at life, I must suffer. So when you slip up, you will make up for it, in which you will punish yourself and exercise, right? Like that's a perfect example of a toxic hustle culture where you feel like you have to completely suffer in order to win. And this is a vicious cycle that is literally rooted in a place of I don't have enough. I am in lack. I don't deserve happiness. I must suffer to win. And this gets bigger and deeper, and your thoughts around this get bigger and deeper, and they root themselves in negativity when it comes to fitness and when it comes into wellness. And every single time you complete one of these toxic cycles, you fall subconsciously victim to the mindset of I don't have enough of what I want. I don't have enough time. Therefore, to earn what I want, I have to suffer and I have to hustle. So I want to flip the paradigm. And I literally want to change out the word of, I want to change one word out. Instead of I have to work out, I want us to change have to with get. Have gets dropped, get gets placed. I get to work out. From this thought and this reality of I get to work out, then triggers, I will find the joy in moving my body. I get to be here. I get to move my body. So if I miss a day, I'll find the time later because I like it, because I'm finding the joy in it. And when you start to find the time to prioritize your physical wellness, the results will come. Like, let me tell you right now, if you prioritize your physical wellness, you prioritize what you've learned over these last 3 days with me, the 3-color rule, the nutrient dense rule, even when you go and off and you do go and eat the food that is lacking the nutrition that you need for the success, partner it with nutrition that you need anyways, the results will come. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've helped over 1,000 women in my career create sustainable results. They don't diet. They don't yo-yo exercise. They maintain lean body mass all year long without even trying. And it's because we work on this, because of this work that I'm giving you for free right now. Of course, in a one-on-one scenario, it's a little bit more intense, but you get the gist. The results will come if you stay consistent and persevere through all the negative thoughts that your brain is going to offer you. This becomes your life. The outcome actually doesn't matter. I don't care that you could see my stomach overroll my pants when I was working out. I don't care. I don't care that I've got a little bit of a pooch right here if I'm not flexing. I don't care that sometimes my pants are tight and sometimes my pants are loose. Because the outcome that matters to me is that I'm treating my body with respect. And it all comes from this one base thought of I get to work out. I will find the time because it creates joy within me. And when something creates joy from within you, you make the time. You prioritize this work, right? You don't just stop. And abundance leads to abundance. Stop obsessing about the outcome. Stop obsessing about the bathing suit. Stop obsessing about the size. Stop obsessing about the pictures, the photos. Start getting obsessed with the process of what it means to be somebody that shows up when she's tired, when she's exhausted, when she's struggling. Stop obsessing with the numbers. Stop obsessing with the size on your pants, the size on the scale, the measurements around your belly. Start getting obsessed with the feelings of what it means to be somebody that goes and chooses a walk instead of sitting on the couch after dinner. The race to death is not the goal. So what are you racing for? Slow down. Slow down. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow. It doesn't have to happen next week. It doesn't even have to happen next month. There's no rush. There's no race that needs to happen right now. All that needs to happen is you starting to make the decision that you are going to become hyper obsessed with the process instead of the outcome. That you are going to get hyper obsessed with the feelings that you create because you chose that. You chose that. Oh my gosh, doesn't that feel so good? You can get there. You have all the tools that you need. You have everything inside of you right now to become the person that you think is so far out there. She's not far away. She's right there waiting for you to call her in. So call her in. Make the decision right now that you're not going to allow metrics to define you. You're not going to allow the number on the scale to define you. What's going to define you is who you are. What's going to define you is the choices that you make. What's going to define you is the perseverance that it takes. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for stepping up and into this calling. I'm so proud of you for watching these recordings. I'm so proud of you for joining. I'm so proud of you for being here and for taking this time and saying, I matter. My physical health matters. My emotional health matters. My mental health matters. The way that I treat my body matters. The way that I treat my organs, my cardiovascular system, my heart, it all matters. You have a choice to live a life of abundance or to live a life of toxicity. Choose abundance every time, every time. I'm happy to serve you. Please, please, please make sure that you check out my website for more offerings that I have, because I have so many. I have so many free resources. My VIP program is completely free to anybody, right? To anybody. There's more information on my website about that. And the Pivot to Plants course, your 50% off coupon is going to be in your inbox so soon, so soon. It is a full video-backed experience with the workbook and work pages. I know that it's going to change your life. You don't have to be plant-based to eat more nutrient dense, okay? You don't have to be vegan. You don't have to, no. But more nutrition inside means better feelings outside. And people that feel better do better in the world, in the grand scheme of things. Thank you for letting me serve you. My name is Brianna Silvio. You can find me on any social media at Healthy Roots Method. My email is teamhealthyroots@gmail.com. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Enjoy the rest of your day.